Hey there, welcome to the Life and Transitions Experts YouTube channel and Facebook group. I'm your host, Courtney Rollins, owner and operator of Estate Pro Service LLC, where we help people through some of their biggest transitions in their life. We really help people have uh, the permission, or should I say, the peace of mind that gives them the permission and freedom to live, knowing what they love is protected. And one of the main tools that we use when doing that is helping people find state regulated benefits that they qualify for and that they perhaps are even entitled to. You may have pulled on this page because you saw the title and you're thinking about final expense and preparing for burial. Maybe you're thinking about your future and you're trying to be proactive, or perhaps you even see yourself being having to be reactive because you recently lost a loved one or saw someone go through that, and you're trying to figure out uh, how do people put things in place, and if they put it in place, what's the cost? Is it affordable? That's what we're going to look at today. How you can afford final expense benefits, or we'll take a deeper dive in. And well, not a deep dive, just a quick look in and see if this hopefully supports you. Okay. So, one thing, what does final expense cover? And actually, I have more content out there about when there's a funeral or a burial. What are some of the expenses you can expect? And yeah, when people think about final expense, quite often we're thinking about burials and things of that nature. But it could also do anything from covering the casket in the urn. Perhaps there's some outstanding medical bills that are associated now. And of course, everyday living expenses based on people who are left behind and may need support. Perhaps the person who passed away, or you're the main income earner, and you need to think of how you're going to support your daughter, your wife, your husband, whomever's left behind when they lose you as the income provider. So those are some of the typical things that come with final expense. But is it affordable? Can you afford it? A lot of people, especially seniors, may ask that because insurance is based on health and age. Well, age. Okay, so your age, your health are all factors. It's not based on any economic factors or your income. It's based on your health and age. And so when people are older, quite often we live longer, we have more wear and tear. And so some people may assume or feel like if you're over 55 or entering the senior space that you can't afford it. But that's not necessarily true. Some things you can think about is that they're depending on how much your coverage is and what your needs are, you may be able to find lower premiums. We always encourage that it's better to have something in place that's a starter. Perhaps if you're thinking about adjusting making the premiums lower, perhaps instead of going for a $50,000, $100,000, $1 million policy, perhaps you start out with a five or ten or $15,000 to make sure there's something there when you pass away to help cover some of the financial burdens. Also, what's cool about a lot of final expenses, there's no medical exams. So you'll go through a application process. There'll be questions concerning your health and your activity. And if you pass all those, then there's no need for a medical exam. Now, there may be certain situations if you're looking for a specific coverage or depends on your profile. But for the most part, a great majority, there are no medical exams required for final expense. And there are some options for guaranteed acceptance. Now, when you have a guaranteed acceptance issuer, sometimes those premiums can be more expensive because they have to cover their interests based on you being a more high risk if because quite often people who are looking for guaranteed issue have some adverse health condition. So insurers need to make good business choices and to be able to hedge those their higher premiums. Just know that, but if that's the situation. What's great about permanent and whole life in this type of final expense coverage is that it is going to be this premium is going to be fixed. Now, if you go into the universal or index universal life, there may be some premiums may fluctuate, or perhaps you use a term life that's and perhaps the premium is or go up at certain iterations. So just make sure you be mindful of that when you're looking into final expense. What's great about working with a trusted life insurance agent, and there's so many awesome ones out there. I'm sure you can find one at the really just at the click of your finger. Now, there's maybe some that aren't good players out there, but I think for a majority, people get into this space because they're trying to help people, and it's awesome because they can give you a personalized guide. They'll should be able to sit with you, ask you great questions, and listen to what your needs, your concern, your vision is for your now and future, and help you get to where you want to be and help you create that vision. It's also awesome because, as we talked about earlier with the no medical exams. The process is pretty simple. Some are like 15, 10 minutes to do an application, some even shorter than that. But you sit down 30 minutes to an hour with a trusted advisor, agent, they should be able to see where you are and help you get the application done quickly. They should also be able to, what's actually their job, their obligation to educate you on the coverage options that you have. And so that you have a thorough understanding of your policy can help you yeah, can help you save tons of money because there are a lot of times where people are either overpaying or don't even know what they may be entitled to with the coverage that they already have. And having an advisor review your old policy or review your new policy, it's worth its weight in gold. And of course, ongoing support. Any agent that you have should be your agent for life. I still remember my mom's and dad's insurance agent coming to our house every iteration. Nice gentleman. I can see his glasses. I can almost say his name. It was over 30, 20 something years ago. No, it had to be over 30. Wow. Life doesn't stop. I'm getting older. It's like 30, 35 years ago. Well, blessings to keep continue to live. Oh, Jim, John. I just used a nice guy. Would always stop by. Ah, I wish I could remember his name now, but I do remember how he made me feel, and he made me feel very warm, and I know he made my parents feel very protected and like they were in good hands because they had a great because they would see him every other year when he would come by and give any policy updates and drop off the policy. Another great thing is that if you're working with a broker, a life insurance broker who has access to different carriers and policies that they may be able to issue to you, then you can shop around. If you're working with a broker that works for that specific company, hopefully they have some awesome products in there for you that can fit your needs. But just know they may be limited by that. But you're always welcome to shop around and compare uh, prices. If you need any support, I love helping people in this space. So long I was in the probate world, or in the probate world, helping. That's one way I was buying properties. I was helping people go through the probate process, and often they have property that they need to sell because there was debt or they want to unlock inheritance. But I kept seeing some people not having to go through that situation because they have proper things in place, and I could see that even though I was helping people by buying their properties and solving that particular issue, it wasn't like they wanted to actually sell the legacy of the property that they had in their space. So I really started helping people avoid probate, even getting to that space. And that's where the life insurance world and the tools that we have here available came to me. And I'm like, wow, I can share these with folks and help them avoid probate, help them protect the people they love. And it's an awesome them and let them live their life. Yes, let your light shine. That's what we say right here. So I'm going to stop there and yeah, I'm gonna sign off with LITE. Let your light shine. Oh, of course, hit the like and subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps the algorithm, helps me